These beautiful sparkling earrings are made just for fun, and I'm going to share with you the process how I made them and what I used. Watch the video. I'm Olena and welcome you to my YouTube channel. While walking through the store, I found a huge collection of chocolates from Ukraine, and I immediately noticed the box they came in. I really loved the paper box. It was so colorful and beautiful. So I ate the chocolate and it was good. But then I kept looking at this box because the design was just wonderful. I love the colors, yellow and blue, such a beautiful combination. And also these hearts. I'm Ukrainian, but this is not the main point here. I love the colors and the design, and I thought, what if I use this beautiful box for earrings? So today I'm going to use different shapes and try to create a couple of pairs of earrings. First, I'm choosing the sections of the paper I want to use. The cardboard is quite thick and sturdy, which is actually very good for this kind of project. I use a pencil to outline the shapes. I'm checking different parts of the box to use the nicest section for the earrings. There is a lot of extra paper around, but that's fine. Now everything is outlined and the next step is to cut it. So I'm cutting out these paper shapes. After that, I will glue them onto wooden blanks. At this stage, I'm not too worried about making the edges perfectly precise, since I will trim everything more carefully later. To glue the paper, I'll use Mod Podge. It works really well for this type of material. It contains PVA, and you can also use regular PVA glue or another type if you prefer. So I apply the glue to the paper, then place it onto the wooden blank and press gently. Try not to scratch the surface because sometimes this kind of paper can be delicate. Now one piece is ready, and here comes the second one, the matching pair. It's the same process. Honestly, whenever I go to the store now, I pay attention to so many different types of boxes and packaging, for example, napkins, food packages, and other products, because sometimes they have amazing patterns and beautiful images that can be reused in creative projects. Now, when the paper is glued and dried, I'm going to use scissors to cut it. You can also use a craft knife, but I usually prefer it later for trimming and cleaning edges more precisely. This type of cardboard is quite thick, maybe about 1 millimeter or perhaps a little less, but it's still durable. And that is actually a big advantage. You can also glue this kind of paper onto another material, so it's not necessary to use only wooden planks. You could also use plastic shapes if you like. So step by step, I'm cutting away the excess paper and smoothing the edges. It's a slow, precise process that requires patience. Because it's easy to have an idea, but it's much more complicated to turn that idea into a real piece. So here we have 6 shapes, 3 pairs of future earrings. The next step is working on the back. I color it using wood furniture markers, sometimes different ones, and then I cover with varnish. And Sonia, my helper, is sleeping beside me as always. Everything needs time to dry. After that, I cover the edges with a gold marker. And look at my hyacinths. It's spring here, but still cold. That's why we can't spend too much time outside yet. Now the earrings are ready, the backs are done, the edges are finished, and it's time to make the holes. Next, I need to protect the sapphires because it's paper. So I'm going to use Mod Podge, but this time with sparkles. I'm not sure, I want them to be a little shinier. Since these are fun earrings, I'm not aiming for perfection, so I apply Mod Podge with glitter. When it dries, it creates a nice sparkling effect on the sapphires. I will apply 2 layers. You don't need too much, just a thin layer is enough. Now the first layer is done. It makes about 30 minutes to 1 hour to dry. During this time, I'll go outside with my dog. The weather is finally getting warmer, so we'll enjoy the sun and spend some time outdoors with our dog Nanook, watching how spring slowly comes to our region. In the morning it was around +1 Celsius, but in the afternoon it was about 18 Celsius, which is quite nice. When the temperature rises, nature starts to wake up. The grass is becoming greener. There are still no leaves, but it's already very beautiful outside. And the birds are singing. Now I'm applying the second layer and letting it dry for another hour. And here we have almost finished earrings. The holes are ready and they are sparkly and bright. Now it's time to assemble them. I'm using gold-plated hooks and jump rings. First, I turn the loops about 90 degrees. When you work with flat earrings, it's better to turn them this way so they hang properly, parallel to the neck, instead of twisting. It is a simple process, but you need to be careful because the hooks can break if you apply too much force. So now we have all the hooks ready and it's time to assemble. I removed the manicure because working with glue, varnish, and the resin always damages it, so it's time for a new one. And here we have it. The first earring is ready, very cute, very nice, and very light. These wooden blanks are not heavy at all. And here we have 3 pairs. Very nice, very beautiful, perfect for summer. Just look at that. So what do you think? If you like this video, please press like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Your support really means a lot. And I'll share more ideas for making jewelry with you. See you soon. Bye bye.